Hey everybody, welcome back to another video with Gem Mint Masters. I got a quick one for you here today. I have a PSA pre-submission video, and I've talked a little bit about in some of my personal collection videos about being more selective in the cards that I submit. And I would say one thing I've also kind of gravitated toward is more cards for my personal collection as opposed to focusing so much on flipping. At the beginning, I did quite a bit of flipping because it allowed me to, build up a nice padding to be able to buy some of the cards I wanted to buy. And I feel like I've gotten to a point now where it's definitely shifted from like 90 flipping, 10% personal collection to maybe more like 50-50. Or ideally, I would love to just be able to buy the cards I want and, get them for my own personal collection, and then do what I had talked about in my last, one of my last videos about upgrading my collection too. So some of these cards will go into my personal collection. They might stay, or again, I might move them and upgrade to something else. But let me go ahead and just kind of get through, these cards, and I'll kind of talk a little bit about each one and why I'm sending these. Because again, I'm trying to be a lot more thoughtful about the cards that I send, looking for more longer term value, more of that exponential value in terms of, a lot of cards today will get you 2x or less. My goal is to try to get more than that. So I'll talk a little bit about these cards. I will also say some of these cards in here are crackouts from other grading companies, not PSA. I found some kind of success in that, and you can buy them for a lot cheaper, already graded, and you have somewhat of a guarantee of quality on them when you do that. So something to think about. All right, first card here, not a super expensive card by any means, but I ripped a lot of select on this channel, and I pulled. This is one of the cards I pulled, is Steph Curry. I probably wouldn't normally send this, but two reasons. I'm looking to recoup some of the money on that select, so I got to send some of those cards. This is a pretty awesome looking card. It's the courtside variation, which is really the only ones I will send, unless it's like a Wemby or something like that. But it's in the orange tectonic, so it's short print in a couple different ways. So this is like a $50 card in a PSA 10, and there aren't really a lot of these out there. So I definitely do see some value in that. And my friends at PSA sent me a coupon code recently because I do grade a lot, and I got an extra discount on top of the promo order, so I'm excited. So that's another reason I'm squeezing that one in. Next card here, we got a Ja Morant Optic Hollow. I bought this one raw, and I was pretty selective in this, and I got the seller to send me a bunch of different pictures. I got a really good deal on it, I think around 60 bucks. This is a card I really like. This I believe will be a flip for me. This is like a $200 and something card in a PSA 10, and I really like the quality of this one. So I am definitely looking forward to this one. So we'll see how that one goes. But again, I see some good value in something like that, and I think it's a good time to buy something like that because raw you can get those pretty cheap, but then graded they come back pretty decent. All right, next couple cards. I got a few Shai Gilgeous-Alexanders in this. He's one of my PC players. This is a card I don't have. I found this for a pretty decent deal. There are not a lot of these out there, the select, and you can get them for a pretty decent price. And this is like a $200 card in a PSA 10. So this will be a card that hopefully I get a PSA 10, add this to my collection. May stay with me longer term. I do like the silver prisms. I like to keep some of those in my collection, so this might be one I keep. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. But again, this could be a card I use to upgrade later on. I'm not entirely sure. As I had mentioned in some of my previous videos, getting cards like this is from 2018. This is his rookie year. It's getting harder and harder to find good copies of these. So, again, like I was saying, something you could do is just be very, very selective in the ones you can find, even though they are hard to find. You just won't even see cards like that popping up on eBay very often, but ask a ton of questions. If you're not willing to get an answer from the seller, then I would steer away from it. If they're willing to send you multiple pictures, do that. Or, like I was saying before, buy a graded copy and BGS or SGC or something like that, and maybe you'll have a good chance of turning that into a PSA 10 if PSA is your preferred method, which or route to go, which mine is, and I really only do PSA. Here's another one, SGA rookie, and this was the infamous rookie card Prism that they didn't put the rookie emblem on, and there's a lot of like backlash on it because normally it would be like up here in the corner. They didn't. It was like a kind of like a misprint, but all of his cards in this entire set are like that. But this is his rookie card, Pink Ice. You can get these for 60 to 80 bucks, I think, but these are like $300 in a PSA 10, and I just think there's so much more growing for him. So I'm definitely trying to find these, but again, it's so hard to find clean copies of them. This one I liked, looked really good. I've already submitted one of these, so this will be my second one. So hopefully out of those two, I'll at least get 110 I can add to the collection. So I'm excited about that. These next three, I feel like I got a really crazy deal on these. I picked these up at a show this past weekend. Three of the same card here, Jalen Brunson, Optic Shock rookies. These are the more common of the parallels. I've talked a little bit about the Shock parallels before. But these, I got all three of these for 50. And I looked on eBay, I think they go for at least like 20 to 25, maybe even like 30 bucks a piece. So to get all three for 50, I was able to look at them. I think maybe the one on top, the centering was a little bit off compared to the other two, but I thought these all look really good. No surface issues, anything like that. So I think there's definitely really good potential to at least get maybe 1 or 2 10s out of this. And this is a card that I will be flipping. Brunson's got a really nice market. I don't personally collect him, but again, I look for, if I see something that is just kind of like a no-brainer on value to me, and I know I can turn it around and get something else that I want, then I'm going to do that. And this was all from the same seller. He had 3 of them. He actually had 2 displayed, and he had one behind the counter. He pulled out, he's like, you want this one too? And yeah, I think he had 20 a piece, and he gave me all 3 for 50. So I thought that was a pretty solid deal. Especially when you're at a show paying cash, you don't have to pay the tax, you don't have to worry about shipping, and you just get to see it right up front, which is great. All right, next one here, Trae Young, Optic Hollow. This is a crack out, so I'm interested to see how this one goes. I got it in a different company's slab for 30 bucks. I mean, this card is just gone way down. But again, if this was a PSA 10, different story. I think it's like 100 plus. So, and Trae Young, great long-term potential. He's had a great career already. I think he's going to continue that. This is one I thought was really cool. But again, I don't know if this is something I will keep. But again, I felt like I could not pass up on the value of that one. So even though I know I talked about like 50-50 personal collection to flipping, this particular order isn't necessarily that, but like I said, anytime I see good value, I'm gonna go for it. Here's another Shai Gilgeous-Alexander Premier level select, I believe. So I was able to get this one raw, and I thought it looked really good. Seller assured me that there were no condition issues. I got it, and I didn't see anything either. So I'm really excited about this one. So hopefully good results on this one. I got it for a really great deal. I think it was like under 50 bucks. And this is probably a $200 card in a PSA 10, so I'm excited about that. And then last card here, you may have seen this already in one of my videos. I just did a video, I think yesterday. By the time you're seeing this, it should be Friday. By the time you're seeing this, the video I just released on Thursday, yesterday, opening up a Mosaic T-Mall box, and I got this nice Zion Red Wave out of there. Somewhat rare because the print on those red waves and gold waves is a lot lower than the normal stuff. So that was pretty cool. I definitely felt like that was a good one to sub. I think it's only like a $50 to $60 card in a PSA 10 right now, but again, I just see good value, and it's always fun when you can recoup some money off the boxes that you rip. But I may hold this one for a little while. His value is still quite down. But Zion is good, and when he can stay healthy, he is really good. So we'll see. Maybe this is the year for some potential. But honestly, like, I just when hype happens with him, somebody like him, I think I would probably sell it. But that was a cool one. I thought that'd be a fun one to sub. There might be a few cards I add to this as well, but I'm trying to squeeze in one order for this October special. I've only got a couple days left, so I definitely want to make sure I get this order in. And PSA, like I said, was gracious enough to give me an additional discount because I've subbed so many times. I was wondering if I was ever going to get one, and I got one, so I was I was happy about that. But so I, like I said, a card like this on top, I might not necessarily grade, but for that price, I feel like it's worth doing, and can make a few bucks on it. So, but anyway, thanks for joining me. That's my order. I'll have some more videos coming. Got a PSA reveal, which you might actually see before you see this video. But yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining me. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.